This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker MULN or Mullen Automotive. So massive dump here. So in my last video, I was talking about how when they went on the big run up to almost $1, I sold a bunch of 1 calls and I sold a bunch of 50-cent calls. And in that last video, I was like, well, I don't think we're going below 50 cents by Friday. To be honest, that's a pretty big dump. And here we are down 5.62% on the day, and it's actually below the 50-cent mark. So I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky and all of those 50-cent calls will finish out of the money too. That would be pretty sweet. And this is no surprise. I mean, they made a huge move lower, but we saw their latest earnings release. They are hemorrhaging money like crazy. So, you know, these big moves down 5%, 10%, these massive dumps are no surprise at all because they actually missed their deadline for the NASDAQ minimum bid price requirement. They were supposed to get to a minimum bid price of $1 for 10 trading days before September 5th, and that ship has sailed. They have missed that deadline. So NASDAQ is going to delist them. So don't be surprised when this MULN symbol or ticker stops trading and then you're on MULNQ. If you're holding shares, you're going to see MULNQ showing up in your brokerage account, and you're going to, if your brokerage allows you to trade OTC, I guess that's a stipulation because not all brokers allow their users to trade OTC stocks. So yeah, that's on the way. They had like a year to get to that minimum bid price requirement, and then they did this stupid reverse split, this really small ratio, which just barely got them like to $1, and then they had the fat dump. So yeah, you really got to question, like, does David want to take this to OTC? Because you could have did like a 1-for-100 split. I mean, I know the shareholders aren't going to like that, losing all those shares and having that massive ratio on the conversion, but that's what Mullen shareholders are used to, right? They're used to losing their money. They're used to getting destroyed because the returns on Mullen since its inception are like almost 100% loss. I mean, it's like over 99% loss. I mean, this company does nothing but bleed money. So some of the news stories here I saw coming out this morning as well. I guess there was an interview on Fox Business, and this is what David is saying. So he was asked about some of their cash flow or something, and he says, we spent $46.1 million, which is $15.3 million per month in operating expenses. So you can see that right there, operating activities, investing activities. And here's the big fat number on financing, which is not good. That is always a sign of a company that is struggling really, really bad. They have like negative operating cash flow, negative investing cash flow, but then they always have these big positive numbers in financing, which means they're taking out debt, diluting shareholders, doing something like that because they're not making any money from their business. They're not making any money from investing. So he says, if you compare our operating cash flows to our competitors, you will see that we operate very efficiently. That is a lie. That is a false statement. Mullen is hemorrhaging money like crazy. That is not true. When your operating cash flow is negative every single quarter, every single year, that doesn't mean you operate very efficiently. That means you are hemorrhaging money. He also says they have a strong balance sheet with $352 million in stockholders' equity. Well, yeah, you took out $196.8 million in financing. I mean, you can't say, oh, I've got a strong balance sheet if it's all dilution and debt. I mean, you're just taking in a bunch of debt and diluting your shareholders and raising capital, and you're going to say, oh, that gives us a strong balance sheet? Like, give me a break. So, yeah, I just have to laugh at some of these statements here by the CEO, because anybody who's paid attention to Mullen for any period of time can see that this company just bleeds money like crazy. So I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker MULN or Mullen Automotive. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.